Hey YouTube, um, this is previously on Max 6 and now I've renamed my channel to Nico's Bedroom, or Nicholas Bedroom, because I think on Max 6 was not a really appropriate name for the channel anymore, since there is much more to it. There is a lot of vintage electronics and not only Macintosh. It came from old Macintoshes. But yeah, I was 14 when I put this when I made this YouTube channel, and things have evolved since then. I'm 27 now, and yeah, I felt that the name was not appropriate. So you might recognize this. This is my 1985 Williams Comet System 9 pinball machine. And I've worked a lot since there is a confinement at the moment, and I had time to work, to did what I wanted to do with it, to fix it a bit. Well, it was still working, but it's been a long time. I got this machine back in 2011 after my graduation. So yeah, it has been with me since then, and I don't have any intent to selling it because I love it. Exactly, yeah. I love that machine. And so let's go through what I did and what wasn't fixed for like 10 years since I got it. I've made a lot of paint on it, so I've made a lot of paint correction on it. It was scratches, the Williams logo was scratched, so I tried to match the paint, but it's not an exact match, but it's better than nothing, and when you see it from a distance, you don't notice it anymore. So I did a lot of touch-up on the playfield as well, right there. This is some touch-up. It was the hardest part was here. It was really hard to get the the characters, to make the characters with a brush. So I managed it. Like, it's not really clean, but again, it's not a new machine. It's 35 years old, so from a distance you don't see it. I've fixed the corkscrew ramp, so it is full of resin right now, so it won't break anymore. There's resin everywhere on it, on both sides, on this side and on the other side as well. So it should hold up. I've brushed all the chrome parts and all the aluminum parts. I've checked all the lamp. I've repaired this bridge here. It was broken and someone had fixed it and put something like that. And there was this here with two posts, and the guy had put another type of rubber, another rubber on it. It was this one. So he put this into the two posts and that on top, and I got the machine with this fixed, but it's not good, so I went on to Fusion 360 and I made the part myself. Yeah, I could have bought it, but again, quarantine, so it would have been difficult to get delivered. This is the first I did. I was not really happy, like there was things I didn't want on the part, so I've made this one. I don't say what I keep saying I've bought it, but no, I've made it. So I've made this one and print it on the 3D printer right there. So yeah, on Fusion 360, and it's nice, Maybe I should paint it red now to match. This one is on this way, so the one with a body in the middle, I found an original one, an original Williams one. The stickers, both stickers I've removed them, and there is brand new stickers on the way. And the last touch-up I did on the playfield is right there, on the 20,000 and 30,000. 30,000 was kind of okay, but not that much, and 20,000 was really bad, but you can't really see the match of the paint, so I think I did great on this part. The worst part is here, and the Williams logo, but 35 years old machine, look at it. Look brand new. Every lamps work, every electronics work. I've checked everything again. And I beginning to know this machine a bit, I've got it since 2011. So it's still a humming noise in the attract mode, but that's quite common for System 9's game. And yeah, I've checked on the ground wire and everything. Excuse me. It's fine. So I don't know what the issue is, but it's not a ground loop or anything like that. So yeah, I think I could put a filtering, like a 50 Hz filter, a low pass filter, and it will get rid of the buzz. But I think that buzz was present from the moment that machine came out of the factory, and I tried to keep it as original as possible. So I will live with that buzz, you know. I've put some on the reproduction card I did back in 2012, I think, or 2011. 2012, I think I did that in 2012. I redo both cards, and I've put a protective paper on it, so they will last a bit longer. And you know, it's not that bad. The cabinet itself is quite nice, actually. I think for its age, you know, it's not discolored or anything. There is some scratch in it, you know, but it has been used. It's a 35-year-old machine again, but yeah, quite nice. Yeah, I love that poster. And I've repaired a bit of. I put some putty there, some wood putties. You know, it will fill in all the space there was, because the wood had been ripped off right there, and there. It was ripped off from the head of the cabinet, and I'm trying to fill this in. I will sand it, put another coat on it, or two maybe, and then I will paint it. And it will be not like new, but it will be way better. As far as the back of the machine goes, there is some paint missing right there. I intend to fix that. And at the back of the cabinet, there's a lot of scratches and everything. But again, I don't think I would touch the back of the cabinet. You have to remind you that this. You have to remind in your head that it's a 35 years old machine, so it won't be perfect, and I don't intend it to be perfect. I just intend it to be as good as it can be, as cheap as it can be. It's not that I don't want to spend money on it. I just think it's stupid to be like, I won't make it like it was out in the factory 40 years ago, 35 years ago. That's not my goal. My goal is just to enjoy that game, play that game as much as I want, and as reliably as possible. And to be honest, in the 11 years I've got this machine since I fixed the display and some of the lamp, I never gave me any issue, ever again. The thing starts recently with the audio. There's a buzzing sound that not that buzzing sound, another buzzing sound. The sound is like it's cut in and out quickly, and I think I would have to check the capacitors on the main board related to audios. I checked those on the PSU and they were okay. Well, they're at least almost with the specs, you know, being 35 years old. But yeah, it's quite good. So I would check the capacitors on the main board for the audio, but other than that, never had any issues. Some switches stopped working, like, you know, but that's normal maintenance for pinball. And the Comet ramp, I tried to fix it. So I basically, back in the day, I cracked it, unfortunately, but I drilled a hole, two little tiny holes to stop it from spreading, and it seems to work, so it won't get worse, at least. I've redo all the three bumpers, three bumpers here, and I've adjusted both slingshots and all the switches on the playfield as well. And yeah, it does work. The only thing left to do is me changing the general illumination connector on the power supply. But other than that, the machine looks really nice, as you can see. There's a Mylar on it, and there was part of it missing, and on the upper playfield it's not that great, you know, the Mylar is it's not cracking, but it's beginning to lift off from the playfield, but I don't want to be involved in lifting all the Mylars off. because as you can see, the paint is cracked under it, because I think I think the playfield, or all the pinball, was exposed to humidity at one point, and that what cracked the wood under the playfield. And I fear if I try to lift off the mylar, the paint will go with it, and I don't want that to happen, you know. Small touch-ups are okay on the playfield, but it's not that bad for a Comet playfield, so I don't see any point in doing that. I will leave the mylar on it, and I just patch some area, like here, where I was missing some mylars. Other than that, you know, I don't want to cheat that much, you know. It's yeah, hey, dirty. I think it's fine, you know. And from the distance, you know, it's absolutely playable, and the machine is nice, you know. I've taken a look at the counter, the bookkeeping counter in it. Yeah, and where it is. Yeah, this is the number 11. This is the number of ball played, 7,831 ball played. And this is the number of hours that the ball has been played on this playfield since 2011, I think. Since I got the machine. So 5,198 hours, which mean minutes, sorry, it's in minutes, which mean it's around 80 something hours. So you have to think that that ball, since I got that machine, I spent about around 80 hours on this playfield, rolling around and eating things, you know, which is quite a long time if you think about it. Like, it's almost 4 days and non-stop the ball on the playfield. So of course the playfield will run out, and it's not a question. It just, this machine is being loved because it's being played, and this was made for. It was for amusement only, but yeah, the free play is nice now. And yeah, definitely I don't play it that much often myself nowadays, because I have some quite nice high score on it that I set back in the day, and I tried to set some other high score, but I can't. 4.92 millions, 4.9 millions, so almost 5 millions here, and I cannot surpass that. It was back in the day when I played that much, maybe the 1 year marks when I got it. After about a year, I set those 4 high scores, and then it's done. Today I did quite a nice play, 2 million 1,000. So yeah, 2.1 million, sorry. But yeah, it's not that bad, you know, but I'm not that good anymore, you know. But I cut the machine because I love working on it, and I love the track mode of this pinball, you know. It's just, and it's being grown on me, you know. I spend so much time fixing this thing and getting it right, you know, that to me it's now, it's a bit nostalgic about it maybe, and it's just an object, but I got attached to that machine. Okay, what else can I say? And yeah, when I'm doing some party with friends at home, you know, everyone is happy to be able to play the pinball. So it's something that I love to play. When we are like 3 or 4, we can play, and we have a lot good laugh around the machine, and yeah, it's something that I will keep. You know, it take place in my small apartment, but it's worth it. I love that machine, and I don't want to get rid of it anytime soon, at least. Okay, so yeah, what else can I say? I was thinking about something else, but I forgot. Maybe we'll remember that later. This is a key, and I bought that at a pinball event 4 or 5 years ago. or maybe even 6 years ago now. And yeah, oh, come on. Okay, this is not the original key for the coin door, but one on the top of the machine is the original. I've two, I don't know what you call it, like, I know it in French, but I don't know what you call that, basically the thing where you put the money in it. I can't remember at the moment. It's a coin and co. It's coin mech. Oh, coin mech, yeah, coin mech. The coin mech, I've bought two other coin mech. One for 5 francs, 10 francs, which is the old French money. This coin door, by the way, was repainted, and it still looks nice. My father did that for me. I've got a manual, I've got one spare plastic, which is this one. It's a new old stock. I just paid €2 for it, so I said, why not, you know? If you can have spare parts for this machine, it's nice. Tilt mechanism is working. I've cleaned the part for the audios. But yeah, I've cleaned. Oh yeah, by the way, I've cleaned the front legs. They are nice and shiny now. And yeah. The back glass, it's not getting worse, but it was already delaminating on the front here, especially in the mirror parts. I think it's due to humidity as well, and right there, that happened over the time I got it. But other than that, it's not cracked. The paint is good, and it's not scratches or anything on it, so it's okay, you know. It's not perfect again, but it's okay. The fourth display has missing 1 digit since I got this display used. I was told it was working, got it 10 years ago, and 1 digit never worked. I don't think it outgassed, because if that were the case, it would have stopped working by now, because it's been 10 years exactly like that. So I think one of the contacts inside the glass is not working anymore, unfortunately, and I tried to fix it, but yeah, I was not able to do that. Other than that, it's great. And oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to talk about. Why specifically this Comet, and why I'm getting so attached to it. I love the light show on the playfield, and I love how bright and how colorful the playfield is. The back glass is okay. It's far from the best I've seen. The back glass is a bit too dark for me. It's okay, but it's nothing special. But the playfield of this machine is really great, you know. And the designer, which is I think it's signed somewhere. This guy, Angelado, which is well known in the industry for having designed some playfield artwork, you know, did a great job with the Comet, and the amount of detail there is on the people on the playfield is just amazing to me. Like, the amount of detail is really, really nice and really great. And one other thing about this machine was the first solid state machine with a 1 million shot, and the 1 million voice is actually from Steve Cordex, which was working at Williams at the time, and then we went from Gottlieb to William, and it has designed a lot of pinball. And he died recently in 2014, I think, was 100 and something years old, so yeah. And it's his voice, apparently, that did the 1 million shot. So it's a really good game, and on IPDB is really well rated of a game. And people that have played back in the day sometimes said, oh yeah, I have a Williams Comet. Oh, the Comet, yeah, that game was really great, you know. And you know what? It's missing multiple for sure, because I love quite modern games. There is no alphanumeric display or dot matrix, but that's okay with me. The only features missing for me is the multiple on this machine. But other than that, when I'm going again and again at it, and I could spend a lot of time without playing it, but when I play it and I'm in, you know, in really playing it, and it's just the music, the ramps, it's simple gameplay, simple rule sets, but it's really, how can I say that? It's really entertaining, and you get into it really fast. And to me, it's like Tetris of a video game. This pinball is like a Tetris of video game. It's simple, yet you could spend a lot of time playing it. And you don't know why, just because it was well made. And I don't say it's one of the best pinball machine or like that, but anything like that, you know, there is far better machine, even some that I really want to have, but I won't. But nevertheless, this one, and it came from someone that has the machine for more than 10 years, you know, so I think it's a great game, you know. It's not the best, far from it, but it's not an average game. It's a bit higher, you know, than that. It's quite a game. It's quite a good game, and it's quite entertaining, especially for 1985 games, which was early solid state, not too early, but they've been about 4 to 5 years at Williams making solid state machine. I think 79 was the first solid state, and it went from here. And William had also the first speaking pinball machine, which was Gorgar speaks, you know. And this one is a speech board as well. That was one of the features I wanted. I wanted a speech board in it, just because it's so called. This speech is actually really bad on the machine. The speech is bad, but it's really cool to have a speech machine. And there is only a few words, but it's like, hey, turkey, come on, eat me. And when you hear that, and you hear that all over again, it just seems funny to me. Like, it's annoying, yes, but it's a good thing, a good annoying thing, you know. So yeah, I speak a lot about the machine, but I would say I'm quite satisfied with the work I done to bring it back to good condition, because it deserves it, you know. I've been a bit not abandoning it, but I was like a bit I should have taken care of some issue earlier than I did at the moment. But and if there was no confinement, I don't think I would have taken on this work easier. But you know, I'm glad I did, because the result, I'm quite happy about them, and I will enjoy it, and my friend will enjoy it for years and years to come. And if I have kids one day, I hope they will be able to use this machine as well. Having a pinball was a dream of mine since I'm like 3 or 4. The first time I've seen a pinball machine and I've played it, I wanted one, and I finally got one at graduation. So yeah, I love that machine, and who could not love like all the light show going on in the attract mode, you know. Attract mode is the best thing they made. Yeah. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video.